This is a vintage Chinese jewelry box that was used as a prop on the TV show Grimm. Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. Today we're going to look at another interesting vintage item that was also a prop on the TV show Grimm. This is a vintage Chinese hand-carved wooden box in the Cinnabar style. What does that mean? I had to look it up. Essentially, from what I've been able to see, the Cinnabar style design, the Cinnabar design is used to capture the feng shui energy of the universe and channel the divine intelligence into the artwork. Whether it's a painting, a carving, a statue. Yeah, that's a lot, right? I purchased this in a lot of 6 or 7 vintage items that were props used on the TV show Grimm. I don't know exactly which episode or scene or season this came from, but my guess is this was a prop from Rosalie's Spice Shop. I don't collect a lot of old jewelry boxes like this, though I do have 1 or 2 old ones I've had for years that I brought back from Japan with me when I moved from Japan back to the States. When I received this box, the first thing I noticed was, wow, this is very ornate. There's a lot of carving on it. I wasn't exactly sure what this was made of at first. Thought it might be some kind of carved stone or ceramic. But when I took the lid off, I could see there was some damage to the edge of the lid. And this is definitely some type of wood. So on the top of the lid, there's this ornate carving of some dudes out in nature. I'm sure it has some type of spiritual meaning. I don't know. But on the underside of the lid, this actually has a little sticker of yellowed paper, which says Made in China, number 1. The number 1's handwritten. And of course, there is some wear both internally and externally on this lid. Now, the bottom half of this box has a little damage to the lip. And on the very bottom, there is a little mark, which could have had some kind of little sticker or something embossed there, or just got set in some glue. So if you'd like to learn more about this style of box, the Google search that I did was small, reddish, Chinese jewelry box, and items such as this showed up. It'll take me a little more research to figure out when and where this was made, but the first thing I have noticed is when I did that search, most of the boxes that look like this that came up didn't have as much going on as this one had. In other words, the carved relief picture on those featured larger people or larger trees or leaves or items, whereas this, it's smaller, took more work and effort to produce, and is certainly more ornate. I have no idea of the value of this item, but I see similar items online selling for between $40 and maybe $200. This one is probably closer to the $40. And as for when it was made, probably somewhere around 1930, 1940, or maybe a little earlier. But as I've already mentioned, I have purchased this because it was used on the TV show Grimm, not because it is some vintage collectible jewelry box worth lots and lots of money. All right, sports fans and antique roadshow experts out there, can you tell me what this box is, when it was made? I already know where it was made. What the picture on the lid of the box represents? And don't tell me it represents good fortune and feng shui. I already know that. But more importantly, do you recognize this from the TV show Grimm? Have you seen this on TV? As seen on TV? That's why I got it. All right, leave your comments in the comments section. As always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.